Hi, my name is Aryan. I'm a commercial technician here at Seattle Coffee Gear, and I'm going to be showing you how to do an E61 tune-up. The E61 tune-up that we're going to be doing today will be done on an R58 Cinquecento. We're going to be going through replacing the gaskets, replacing the shower screen, replacing the dispersion screw, also replacing your portafilter basket. So the first thing we're going to start off with is backflushing the machine. And to do that, all you're going to be needing is a blind filter, you're going to be needing your portafilter, some Kafiza, and a brush to clean out the group head. And to start with that, you're going to remove your already current portafilter in there. Either you have a spare portafilter that has a blind filter basket in it, or you're going to be taking out the current basket that's in here, removing it with a flathead screwdriver by just prying on the side and popping up. It should be able to come out easy like that. I have an extra one though, so we're just going to go ahead and use that. So I start off with my blind filter and my portafilter. I go ahead, grab some Kafiza. I only use the powder version. I think it allows you to save up a lot more, and I only use about half a spoonful. I like to purge the machine out as good practice. You're going to be taking your half spoonful of Kafiza in your blind filter, inserting it into the group head, and turning the machine on. You're going to let this run for about 10 seconds. Oh, and we have a handy dandy timer. After the 10 seconds, you're going to go ahead and drop. It's going to spurt out a lot of hot, spudsy, soap-filled water. You're going to go ahead and repeat this step 5 times. As you continually do this, you're going to start to see the soap build up coming out of this exhaust, and you're going to see the color of the water start to change. So continually doing this, I think we're on our 3rd now, you're going to start to see that the water gets a little bit more and more soapy. Let it go. And now you're seeing a lot of that water is turning white from all of the Kafiza detergent. And you're going to start to see that the water starts to come out a little bit white brown. So by this point, you're seeing that the inside of your portafilter is going to have a mixture of coffee oils. It's going to have a little bit of Kafiza left over in the case that it didn't end up disintegrating inside of the hot water. So what you're going to go ahead and do is I like to just empty that out. I'll run the group head, and as you see, there's going to be some white and brown and just yummy looking colors coming out. And you're still going to continue to see more brown and white water come out of here. The next step for me is one of the more important ones. It's going to be actually like physically moving your portafilter back and forth to be able to clear out any type of hard coffee buildup or any type of coffee oils that are in here. Now, to further clean out a lot of these creases and edges that are inside of your group head, you're going to be wanting to use a angled brush. I use a Palo brush. It's a 45-degree angled brush. It's sold on Seattle Coffee Gear's website. It's super handy. It kind of allows you to be a little bit farther from the group head so you're not worried about burning yourself with any kind of hot water that will trickle down on the handle. So what I like to do is go in and I'll start to clean out just around I like to get deep in there, clean out all that coffee oil and all that gunk. Place this aside. We're going to run the group. We're going to rinse, let it run, drop it. Then we're going to go in. You're going to make a little bit of a mess doing this, so I suggest keeping a towel handy. This just kind of allows you to dislodge any kind of like hard pieces of coffee that get stuck up in that little corner angle of your group. So let's clean this off. So after backflushing with Kafiza, you're going to want to make sure that you go in and you're backflushing again with clear water. You want to basically run it until it comes out clean. So this is going to take about, I don't know, 3-4 runs. So we'll go ahead, run it again. We're going to be doing it for 10 seconds, maybe 5 if you're a little impatient, honestly. It's okay. It gets to us. You're going to see that it's basically going to end up shooting out brown still, and you're going to basically run this until it clears out. So we're already seeing that it's slowly starting to clear out. All right, so we're basically running clear at this point. Our water inside of our blind basket is going to be clear as well, so we'll go ahead and empty that out. Now, after backflushing and finishing up with your Kafiza, getting your clear water to run through the group, we're going to go ahead and replace our shower screen, our gasket, and our dispersion screw. While you're at it, it's really highly recommended that you replace your basket and your portafilter as well. When most techs actually end up going on the field to commercial sites and doing this, the first thing they do is gasket, basket, screen. So this is what we're going to be doing and replicating on a home machine because it's sanitary, gives you better coffee, and overall makes your machine last longer. So now let's go in to remove the shower screen and our gasket and dispersion. So you're going to be needing a flathead. I like to use a stubby little flathead screwdriver. It's kind of all you need. You can use a long one. Regardless, you need a flathead. Going in to remove your shower screen, you're going to take your flathead screwdriver. You're going to go ahead on the lip of the shower screen, and this will remove your gasket as well. So you're going to go in. You're going to want to go upside down for this, honestly, so you can see everything. You're going to go ahead, hit the lip of your screen, and you're going to pry down. You're going to see a little bit of residual water come down. You're going to go to the other opposite side, do that as well, and it should drop out, or you should be able to take it out. Now, this is an extremely dirty shower screen, so we're actually just going to overall replace this. When I go about doing a lot of my preventative maintenance personally at home, I like to backflush the machine before actually replacing all of my equipment. For me, I feel like it's the cleaner way to do things. It kind of allows for your components to go in clean as well. And then when you're going in, you get to prime your new equipment with whatever coffee that you're brewing that day. So now that we have our shower screen and our gasket removed, we're going to go ahead and put it aside. So toss it. The second thing we're going to do is go in and actually remove our dispersion screw. The dispersion screw likely is either going to be brass or it's going to be silver or chrome plated like this one. So there's either two ways that this is going to go. When removing the dispersion screen, it's either going to come out really easily or it might be pretty stuck. There's two tricks that you can do to try to remove this. Let's say you don't have a stubby flathead and it's not wide enough to actually get enough space on that dispersion screw. You might end up using something like a coin and a wrench. And basically, if this is the wrench and this is your coin, holding the coin like this, something like a quarter or a nickel, you're going to end up clamping your coin and putting it up in the dispersion screw and twisting it. But since we have a flathead, I'm going to show you how it's done with the flathead. So we're going to lean down again, and you're going to see a lot of buildup of coffee oils. And you can see it on my finger right here. This has a lot of buildup because this is a really heavily used machine. So we'll go ahead, we'll go in with our flathead. This might use a little bit of force. Ugh. And, oh, this one actually came out kind of nicely. So we'll go ahead, unscrew it. Also, please be aware, your machine is going to be hot if you just backflushed it. So be careful. You could put a towel back here to cover the back of the E61 group so you don't burn yourself. So we'll go ahead, unscrew this, and this is a very beautifully oily dispersion screen that is going to be replaced and come out nice and shiny. So we'll go ahead, we'll toss this one as well, and let's insert the new one. Before we go about inserting the new dispersion screen, I like to go with a little bit of Windex, which I've already sprayed on this towel, and I go into the group and I physically will clean up a lot of the coffee oils. So let's go down again, look up. This is also a good chance for you to look under and see, even with your brush, if you need to clean out any more coffee oils that are stuck under, this is a great chance to do so. So let's go ahead and wipe this up. We'll make it nice and shiny. All right. I like to go around the edges as well, just to give it an extra little shine. All right, it looks good. Now that we wiped up all of the coffee oil, we'll go ahead and we'll install our new dispersion screw. So I'll go in, I'll make it finger loose, finger tight. I like to go with a motion like this to twist it in until it's just about finger tight. I'll go in with the flathead screwdriver, and we don't want this to be hero tight. We want this to be just nice. So we'll go in righty-tighty, just until it's a little bit too much. We don't want to overdo it, and we've successfully installed our dispersion screw. After replacing your dispersion screw, we're going to go ahead and replace our shower screen and our gasket. The most important thing about replacing this is ensuring that your gasket is properly oriented. When you look at your gasket, you're going to end up seeing that one edge is going to have a little bit of a curve to it, or even like a pretty solid 45-degree angle cut into it. For this replacement, I'm going to be using a Cafe Works silicone 8mm gasket. I like how it feels. It lasts a lot longer, and for the purposes that this machine is in, it works perfectly for everybody using it. So ensuring that our flat side is facing down, we'll go ahead and we'll insert our shower screen into it. It should pop right in, and it's a perfect little fit, meant to be perfect together. The next thing you're going to do is go ahead and place it inside, and again, you're going to want to put your body in front of your machine, and you're going to push up. I like to push on the actual shower screen itself because sometimes it hurts to get burned on the sides of your group. But the next thing you're going to want to do is go in, if you can, with one finger and push up the gasket a little bit, or as much as you can, and make sure that's as far as you can get it. And the next step I do is something that I was taught when I was a itty-bitty barista, and that is the one-ear trick on your portafilter. Your portafilter is kind of like a face. You got two ears, and you're going to put it in one ear at a time. The way the group works is that there are two little etches on the side that allow for the ears to go in and turn. So putting in a gasket can be a tight fit sometimes. So you're going to go in. Right now I'm seeing that both ears can go in, so that's a good news. You're going to go in with one ear though, have the other one out, and you're going to turn. And basically by doing this, you're going to be feeling out how the gasket is pushing in. You're going to do that again with the other side, one ear, and you're going to twist it. I like to do it as far as you can. You can't really go that far, honestly. And then you're going to go in with both ears, and you're going to go tight, 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 just to make sure that it's in. You can use a little bit of force, and now we have a good gasket that sits perfectly. So now that we've gone through doing all of our cleaning and backflushing, replacing our shower screen, our dispersion screw, and our gasket, we'll go ahead and finish off by replacing the basket in our portafilter. I feel like this is something that a lot of people tend to miss or don't feel it's as important, but it's just as important as changing out your shower screen as changing out your basket. So same thing as before, when you're putting in a blind filter, you're basically going to take your flathead screwdriver. You'll go ahead and go in on one side with your flathead, lift up. This should pop it out. If it doesn't do it enough, go ahead and go to the other side, pop up, and it should come out just easy peasy. After removing your basket, you're going to want to go ahead and look inside of your portafilter. This may or may not have a lot of brown buildup. All that is coffee oils. Go ahead and take your microfiber towel. You'll go in and wipe it clean. Cool. If you're looking to take an extra step on cleaning your portafilter, which would include cleaning out your spout of your portafilter, what you can do is go ahead and fill up a bowl with some hot water. You can use it from your hot water tap on your machine. Put a little bit of Kafiza in there. Half a teaspoon is just fine. Drop your portafilter in. Ensure that it is soaking all around. Leave it in there for 5 minutes while you're going about doing other things. Take it out, rinse it out, wipe it out, and you're all good to go. In this case, this portafilter is already clean, so we're going to go ahead and skip that step. And the next and last step is going to be physically replacing your basket, which is just taking your new basket and popping it right in. I did want to take a minute, though, just to kind of compare both baskets. I'm upgrading this portafilter specifically to an 18-gram basket compared to the 14-gram it had before. I like a little bit more coffee. Some people don't. But the point of this is holding up your baskets up to the light and being able to see through and see those little laser etched holes. You can see that the older one is going to have a lot of coffee oil buildup. Some of the holes may be clogged up, and the new one is going to be spick span, and you can see right through all those. So replacing it again, comparing it to a shower screen, which can also get clogged up holes, is super important. So we'll go ahead, put the new basket in, pop it in with a nice slap. After replacing your basket, the last thing you're gonna do is prime your group head. And the way to do that is just dosing out a normal espresso shot, tamping it, putting it in, brewing it, and dumping that shot out. Don't drink it. It might have some sour aftertaste that might not be very pleasant. So I highly suggest not doing that. Your second shot that you pull, though, should be good to go. Your group head has now been primed. Your shower screen has been primed. Your diffuser is all good. So after you finish priming your group head, you should be good to go. Pull yourself a shot, sit back, relax, you deserve it. And thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Yes.